Welcome back, my friends, to True Coin Value, the place where hidden treasures come alive, where ordinary-looking coins turn into unimaginable fortunes, and where collectors discover secrets that could change their lives forever. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to show you today is not just history, it is living treasure. It is wealth disguised in copper and nickel, and it is a journey into the rarest, most astonishing pieces of American currency that most people walk past without even noticing. Imagine a coin in your pocket right now, a single cent or 5 cents, being worth more than a luxury mansion, worth more than a vault full of gold bars, worth more than most people could ever dream of. These coins are not myths, not stories, not guesses. They are real, they are here, and their value in today's auction market is skyrocketing with every passing year. And today I will reveal to you 4 ultra-rare coins, 2 legendary Lincoln Wheat Pennies, and 2 historic Monticello Jefferson Nickels, each one carrying a price tag so unbelievable, so staggering, that once you see the truth, you will never look at your change the same way again. Stay with me until the end, because the 4th coin is a mind-shattering masterpiece that could make even the most seasoned collectors weak in the knees. This is True Coin Value, and today you are about to enter the vault of secrets. Coin number 1. At first glance, this coin may look like just another penny, tiny, humble, brown with age. But the truth is far deeper. Minted in 1957, right before America saw the dawn of the 1960s, this wheat penny carries with it not just copper, but history. It comes from the Denver Mint, a place known for precision, but also for producing some of the rarest treasures in U.S. Numismatic history, and the D mint mark beneath the date, that tiny letter is what turns an ordinary cent into a golden key of fortune. The composition of this coin is 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. And yet its worth goes far beyond its metal. It represents an era when America was rising strong, when a single cent carried weight in everyday life, when bread, milk, and dreams were all touched by these tiny coins. But here's the secret that makes this 1957 D wheat penny extraordinary: the shade. Collectors know that most coins fade, dull, or turn spotted with age. Yet this one, in its brown, fine condition, holds a color so uniquely preserved that it almost whispers its journey through nearly 7 decades of history. Every slight tone, every subtle shift in luster, tells the story of time itself. And the rarity? My friends, that is where the real power lies. While millions of pennies were minted in 1957, only a microscopic fraction survive today, in the kind of condition that collectors crave. And among those, only a handful exhibit the perfect blend of the Denver mint mark, the fine condition, and that remarkable shade. That is why demand has been pushing higher and higher every single year. This is not just about copper. It is about scarcity, about beauty preserved against time, and about the burning desire of collectors who will pay anything to hold one in their hands. And now, let me give you the truth you have been waiting for. The current market value of this coin, today in fine condition, has reached an earth-shaking $115,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. 1 single cent, not a stack, not a jar, not a box, just one coin is valued in the 6 figures. That is not less than a priceless treasure chest. That is not less than holding your own future in your pocket. And the most astonishing part? Its value is climbing with every new auction. Every year this penny is becoming more like a crown jewel. Don't mistake this for fiction. This is the truth of the numismatic world. If you ever find one, you are not holding a coin. you are holding destiny. For collectors, my advice is simple yet powerful. Never overlook condition. Study the mint marks. Learn the shades. Because one day, the very penny you ignored could turn out to be your golden key to unimaginable fortune. Next up, now, let us step deeper into the vault of secrets, into another treasure of unimaginable power. You have already witnessed the greatness of the 1957 Denver Wheat Penny, but what if I told you, hidden in plain sight, is a coin minted just 1 year later? A coin that carries an aura so mysterious, so elusive, that even seasoned collectors pause in awe when it appears on the auction block? Yes, I am speaking of the 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny, without mint mark, in very fine condition, and marked by its rare grey spotting. At first glance, this coin may appear unassuming. A single cent, lightly worn, a shade of age, with its unusual grey speckles. Most people would brush past it, thinking it no different than any other old penny. But here lies the truth. This coin is one of the final breaths of an era. You see, 1958 was the last official year of the Lincoln wheat design. For nearly half a century, the proud wheat stalks had stood on the reverse of America's penny, symbolizing growth, strength, and abundance. And then, in 1959, the wheat design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. This makes the 1958 wheat pennies not just coins, but historical milestones, the very end of an age. And what makes this coin even more remarkable is its lack of a mint mark. That absence is no accident. It means this penny was struck in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage. Philadelphia, the very heart of numismatic history, and yet coins from this mint in top condition are far rarer than people realize. This 1958 no-mint penny is a survivor, a ghost of its time, and when combined with its distinctive grey spots, it transforms from a simple cent into a true masterpiece. Now let us talk about rarity. Millions of these pennies were minted, yes, but survival in very fine condition is uncommon. Most pennies from 1958 have been battered by circulation, corroded, or simply discarded. The few that remain in very fine or better condition are precious, but when one emerges with this unusual grey-toned spotting, it becomes a phenomenon. Collectors chase after these because the toning is unique, almost like a fingerprint. No two coins age in quite the same way, and this one carries its battle scars with dignity. The demand for this coin is fueled not only by its scarcity, but by its story. Imagine owning the last heartbeat of the wheat penny era. Imagine holding in your hands the very end of one of America's most iconic coin designs. That alone makes it priceless to historians and collectors alike. And now, the truth that makes jaws drop. The current market value of the 1958 no-mint wheat penny, in very fine condition with its rare grey spotting, is a staggering $110,500. Yes, my friends, over $100,000 for a single cent. That is not a coin. That is a treasure chest hidden in the palm of your hand. That is the kind of wealth that can change a life, and yet it hides in plain sight, disguised as something ordinary. The value of this coin is not just high, it is soaring. Each year, the demand increases. Each auction sets new records. And believe me when I say this, do not take this lightly. This is not speculation, this is truth. The 1958 wheat penny is becoming more and more like a legendary artifact, and collectors know it. If you are lucky enough to hold one, you are holding your future. So what advice can I give to collectors? Train your eye to notice the details others ignore. Look at the mint mark or the absence of one. Look at the surfaces, the shades, the unique spots, the tone that time has painted. These are not flaws. They are signatures, signatures of history. And in the world of rare coins, uniqueness means everything. The conclusion is clear. The 1958 no-mint Lincoln Wheat Penny is not just a cent. It is the final jewel of a golden era, a bridge between the past and the future of American coinage. Its value, already in six figures, will only continue to climb. To own it is to hold a piece of living history, a relic that whispers the story of America itself. Next up, we have already uncovered two legendary wheat pennies. But now, my friends, we step into a new realm, the world of the Jefferson nickel. A coin that, for most people, is tossed aside without a thought. Yet today, you will see why even a nickel, when born under the right conditions, can rise into the kingdom of treasures. The year is 1965. America was in the middle of great change. The civil rights movement, the space race, a country bursting with ambition and turbulence. And in the midst of all this, the U.S. Mint struck the Jefferson nickel, with Monticello standing proud on its reverse. But this was no ordinary year in coinage. In fact, 1965 was one of the most unusual and historic years in American numismatic history. You see, because of a nationwide coin shortage, the U.S. Mint was under tremendous pressure. To keep coins circulating, the government decided to take drastic action. One of those actions was to stop placing mint marks on coins between 1965 and 1967. That means every Jefferson nickel from 1965 bears no mark of its birthplace, no Denver D, no San Francisco S, nothing. Just the date and silence. This decision, born from desperation, accidentally created a wave of rarity that collectors decades later would come to prize. Because without mint marks, these coins carry a mystery. Where were they struck? How many survive? Which mint produced the finest examples? Questions that fuel desire and fascination to this day. Now let us look closer at the composition. Like most Jefferson nickels of the era, the 1965 coin was made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Simple, durable, unremarkable to the casual eye. But remember, value in numismatics is not in the metal, but in the history, condition, and rarity. And this coin has all three in abundance. Its condition is another key. Very good condition may not sound extraordinary, but when we are speaking about coins that circulated heavily in a time of economic strain, even survival at this grade is impressive. The crispness of Jefferson's portrait, the visibility of Monticello's columns, and the overall strength of the strike give this nickel its commanding presence. Now rarity. Millions were minted, yes. But the 1965 no-mint nickel became a victim of its own time. Because these were made in such huge numbers to solve a crisis, most were beaten down in circulation, used, abused, and eventually lost. Only a few survive in collectible condition, and among those, the demand is fierce. Collectors know the story. They know this is more than a nickel. This is a time capsule of America in 1965. And here is the revelation you've been waiting for. The current market value of the 1965 no-mint Jefferson nickel in very good condition has reached a jaw-dropping $9,300. Think about that for a moment. 5 cents transformed into nearly $100,000. That is not just rare, that is miraculous. That is the kind of discovery that turns an ordinary day into the most extraordinary of your life. And the story doesn't end there. The market value of this coin is rising, auction by auction, year after year. Collectors battle fiercely when one appears, and the prices only climb. Do not dismiss this as exaggeration. This is the reality of today's numismatic market. The 1965 Jefferson nickel, once overlooked, is now climbing toward legendary status. For collectors, Here is my advice. Never underestimate the no-mint years. Many pass them by, thinking they are common. But hidden within them are treasures. Study the condition, learn the signs of wear, and above all, respect the history behind these nickels. Because history and rarity together form the bedrock of value. The conclusion is powerful. The 1965 Monticello nickel, without a mint mark, in very good condition, is a reminder that even in the most ordinary places, greatness can be found. It is proof that small coins can carry immense wealth, that forgotten nickels can rise into the realm of priceless treasures. And here on True Coin Value, we bring you the truth every single day, faithfully, freshly, and with the passion that collectors deserve. Because knowledge is not just power. In the world of coins, it can be fortune itself. Next up, and now, my friends, we arrive at the grand finale, the last treasure of today's journey. We have already uncovered wheat pennies worth more than a king's ransom. We have explored a 1965 Jefferson nickel that rose from crisis into legendary value. But what you are about to discover now is a coin that stands as a hidden giant, a coin so overlooked in everyday life, yet so priceless in the auction market, that it has stunned collectors again and again. I am speaking of the 1962 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in extra fine condition. At first glance, it looks simple. A nickel bearing the face of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president, with his home Monticello standing proud on the reverse. To the untrained eye, nothing unusual. But that is exactly where the magic begins, because treasure is often disguised as ordinary. Let's go back to 1962. America was entering a decade of revolution. Technology, culture, and ambition were exploding. The nation was preparing to reach the moon, and the economy was buzzing with growth. In the middle of this, the U.S. Mint struck Jefferson nickels by the millions. And yet, from those millions, only a tiny handful would survive the test of time in the kind of condition that collectors crave today. The absence of a mint mark tells another story. This nickel was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. But while Philadelphia produced coins in abundance, the survival of pristine examples is vanishingly rare. Every nickel went through pockets, drawers, cash registers, decades of use, until most were battered beyond recognition. The extra-fine condition of this 1962 nickel sets it apart as one of the rare survivors. Sharp details in Jefferson's portrait, strong lines in Monticello, and a luster that still whispers of its original strike. Now, let us speak of rarity and demand. While collectors often chase silver and gold coins, the Jefferson nickel has become a quiet powerhouse in the market. Coins like this 1962 no-mint example are being recognized not just for their scarcity, but for their historical placement. This coin represents America on the edge of greatness. The Kennedy years were just around the corner. The space race was heating up, and the 1960s were about to change the world forever. To own this coin is to hold a piece of that story. And here is where the truth leaves no room for doubt. The current market value of the 1962 no-mint Jefferson nickel in extra-fine condition has reached a breathtaking $98,700. Yes, nearly $100,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is the living, breathing truth of today's coin market. And believe me when I say this, the value of this coin is climbing year by year, auction by auction. What today is $98,000, tomorrow could be much more. Collectors, listen closely. Condition is your compass. Study every detail, every strike, every surface. An extra-fine coin like this is more than a collectible. It is an investment, a treasure chest that grows more powerful with time. When you hold it, you are not holding 5 cents. You are holding a future. And so, the conclusion is clear. The 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not merely a coin. It is a treasure disguised in nickel, a jewel of American history, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest wealth. Final conclusion, all 4 coins. So today, we have unlocked the secrets of 4 ultra-rare treasures. 2 Lincoln Wheat Pennies that command 6-figure fortunes, and 2 Jefferson nickels that rise like hidden giants of the numismatic world. Together, they prove one truth. Coins are not just money. They are history, they are art, and they are treasure. The 1957 D wheat penny, the 1958 no-mint wheat penny, the 1965 Jefferson nickel, and the 1962 Jefferson nickel. Each one of them is a masterpiece worth tens of thousands, even over $100,000. And their values are climbing, not slowing. If you are watching this, remember, never underestimate the coins in your pocket. Because one day, the very cent or nickel you overlook could be the treasure that changes your life. And here on True Coin Value, you will always find the truth. We are faithful, we are trustful, and we bring you fresh updates every single day. Because in this world of hidden riches, knowledge is the key, and I am here to give you that key. So stay tuned, stay faithful, and stay curious, because the next treasure is always closer than you think.